Hello viewers and welcome to your Wednesday edition of Erongo Talk. My name is Meriam Uushona and today we join you from a very chilly Walvis Bay, or more specifically the Walvis Bay Marina. Now we are here to update you on the latest happenings in and around Walvis Bay. We get to tell you what to expect in today's print edition of the Erongo, which you can find inside the Republikein, Namibian Sun, as well as the Allgemeine Zeitung. And then for our interview, we meet up with Meriam Uushona, whose determination to give back to our community has now become a lifeline for children. Now, Meriam opens her house, which has now become a soup kitchen, every Saturday and every Sunday, feeding children in her community. So, you've got to stay tuned as we bring you all of this right here on Erongo Talk. Now, kicking off this week's news highlights, the Swakopmund Junior Town Council was inaugurated on Monday evening, where Enya Forts was elected as the junior mayor. Now, during her acceptance speech, she emphasized that leadership isn't about giving the best speeches or about being perfect, but it's all about the people you serve.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Enya Forts. I'm really nervous. It feels unreal standing here today. Just a year ago, I was standing on the stage full of excitement, but also nervous about the responsibility that came with being on the Junior Town Council. I didn't know if I was ready, but I applied and it's been one of the best decisions. This past year flew by and has pushed me in so many, and brought me outside of my comfort zone in so many ways. For example, standing here today giving my speech. I've learned that leadership isn't about giving the best speeches or being perfect. It's about showing up and being willing to learn, and most importantly, doing the best for the people who count on you. To the new juniors joining us now, I hope you have the most exciting 2 years ahead of you. This is an opportunity to explore your talents, build friendships, and grow into the leaders you look up to. Don't be afraid to take chances, because those chances will create change. You should be proud about having made the first step of applying and having received the opportunity to make a difference. I also wanted to give a big thank you to our mentor, Mr. Linda. Thank you for always hearing us, for listening to our concerns, and for guiding us with patience. As I step into this final year, I feel honored to guide and support the juniors, just as others once did for me. Thank you, Indila, Diego, Helena, Charlotte, and Franco.
Now, secondly, the Walvis Bay Mayor, that is Trevino Forbes, announced that he will be contesting for the Urban Constituency Office of Walvis Bay in the upcoming local and regional elections slated for November 2025. Now, he made this announcement at a send-off ceremony on Monday at Niche Training Academy, where 5 students are heading to Germany for exchange program.
I believe that this will be my last motivational speech to young people like this as the Mayor of Walvis Bay, as I've decided not to run for local authority office. Rather, I'll be running for the regional council's office for urban constituency. So in that, I would like to also do what I've tried to do through the office of the mayor and achieve some more goals through that office, because I know that you have to climb the ladder, and the political ladder is also one that needs to be climbed. And last year I rejected going to parliament, because I believe you need to take things steadily. You must start gaan, you must alles leer. You need to learn everything, and you need to accomplish your goals locally before you can do them nationally. It doesn't help you to go national, but in local, in your grassroots, you didn't do everything you could have done for the people of your town or your city. And I'm committed to serving this community of Walvis Bay to the best of my ability, as you should do the best that you can where you are planted.
Now, 5 students, that is Job Shilumbu, Martin Shikongo, Ndahafa Matheus, Aubrey Thomas, and Samuel Ingahawa from Niche Training Academy in Walvis Bay are heading to Bremen, Germany for for Green Hydrogen Exchange Program. Now they are traveling today, that is to Germany, and at the send-off ceremony, Tangeni Muyoro, who is the center manager, explained the significance of the program and the various courses that they have at offer at Niche Training Academy.
Niche Training Academy has been in existence for the past 13 years. We're a private vocational and technical training institution based in Naraville, Walvis Bay. Our specialization is metal fabrication and boiler making. That's what we've been offering for the past few years. We have recently added on coded welding to our specializations. Welding is basically used in the maritime sector, that is the mines and oil and gas and green hydrogen. It's used to weld, the thickness of the steel or metal plates that is used to put ships together and so on. That is why we need coded welding. Currently, we are the only institution that is providing coded welding in Namibia. SASCAL has been granting students in Namibia for the past, 3 to 4, perhaps 5 years, where they give grants for students that are within the green hydrogen sector. It's a connection between the German government and the Namibian government. And on this particular scholarship, we've had actually 7 students. 5 of them made it through to completed the level 4. They have proceeded to their coded welding levels. And we are currently, part of that grant is that they have an exchange program with a university or TVET in Germany. For the university students, the exchange programs have been easy to get. However, for the TVET programs, nobody except for us have now managed to get a TVET, connect with a TVET in Germany in order to have our students also go on to this exchange program. So 5 of them made it through, and these 5 now are going to be leaving for Germany Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, 1st of October. And they'll be there for a month. The skills that we provide is literally, you can look at it as it's the bridge, it's the catalyst. If you want to specialize within the maritime sector, within the mining sector, the green hydrogen sector, the oil and gas sector, the key artisan skills that are required, one of the key artisan skills is actually metal fabrication and boiler making, because we work with steel, with pipes, and without this particular skill set, we can forget about the shipping logistics that is currently very rampant on our seas currently. We can forget about oil and gas storage facilities. We will not be able to store oil because you need a welder to come and weld. You need a boiler maker to actually design the very storage facilities that need to be crafted. So when it comes to who is going to do the work, when we look at the ships, who is doing that work, it is these particular artisans that basically do that work. Metal fabrication and boiler making, you start with your level 2. That's the entry level. Start with level 2. It's about 9 months for you to complete your level 2. Then you progress to level 3. In level 3, you then choose whether you do metal fabrication, that's the welding itself, or whether you do boiler making. Boiler making is more the designing of it. Move on to level 4, which is your final level for your metal fabrication and boiler making, and then you are then able to move into specialized fields after that. Double-coated welding is currently one of the key specialized fields, but not the only one. Yeah.
So what is the entry requirement?
We go right back down to special training and bridging. Bridging is where they just do the theory subjects for 3 months so that they are able to upscale their mathematics. So you can have a grade 8, grade 9, grade 10 learner. If they've left school but they were good in mathematics and physics, they are able to start with the bridging where they get 3 months upscaling with the mathematics and physics, and then they are able to start with their level 2 where they do the theory subjects and the practical work. With special training, we only focus on practical. So for that, they don't need to have a specialization in any subjects per se. They are then able to literally start off from the age of 16 onwards. Does not matter if they're a school dropout, and they are able then to start with special training. You just do your practicals. That means you do your level 2 practical, level 3 practical, level 4 practical. It is that particular course is not accredited by NTA, but we are able to give certification, and that student then has a possibility to either open their own on their own business within that, with that practical know-how, or if there are then companies that do require their skill set, they are able to get work with that.
Now, in today's print edition of Erongo, which you can find inside the Republikein, the Namibian Sun, or the Allgemeine Zeitung, we have quite a jam-packed paper for you. Now, on our front page, we of course feature Meriam Uushona from Walvis Bay, whose Kapana business is fueling her soup kitchen. Now, what began as a modest effort to feed 25 children has steadily expanded. Now, today, more than 60 children, most of them from the area, line up for warm meals each weekend. Now, for these children, the soup kitchen has become more than just a place to eat. It is a space where they feel seen, cared for, and nourished. Furthermore, in the print edition, we also feature the Swakopmund Carnaval, which has been deemed a great success. Now, I'm going to take a stab at my German here. Now, held under the theme Eine Welt Circus out, the world is a circus tent. The Carnaval over the packed program from the Prinsenbal to the Kushkika to the Umzug, which was the street procession. Now, additionally, Erongo Red has introduced a payroll deduction investment facility for its employees, enabling members and former members of the Mine Workers Union of Namibia, along with their dependents, to invest directly in Just Transition Investment Namibia Limited. Now, the scheme allows participants to contribute to JTT through automatic salary deductions with the aim of building personal wealth, accumulating assets, and benefiting from the company's growth. And then finally, we report on the Namibian Ports Authority, that is NAMPORT, which hosted its inaugural Wellness Initiative Connect at Dunesmore. Now, at the same time, it was also the NAMPORT 7-a-side corporate soccer tournament, where the marathon dealers walked away as the champions, lifting the trophy and securing $15,000 in prize money, gold medals, and an additional 10,000 Namibian dollars donation towards a charity of their choice. Now, they selected the Ryan Gordon charity as beneficiary. So, you need to make sure that you grab your copy of the Erongo, which you can find inside the Republikein, the Namibian Sun, or the Allgemeine Zeitung, where you can read all of this, or simply head on over to our website. That is at www.erongo.com.na. Now, up next, Meriam Uushona takes us through her soup kitchen, which is feeding about 60 children every Saturday and every Sunday in Kusapmund, Walvis Bay.
Deep in the heart of Sea Point, one of Walvis Bay's overlooked locations, lives a woman with a heart as big as her dreams, Meriam Uushona. Despite being unemployed, she turned her small home into something extraordinary, a soup kitchen. Every day, more than 60 children from the nearby streets come to Meriam's yard, not just for a warm meal, but for a sense of love, safety, and belonging. With pots bubbling and little feet gathering, her home has become a beacon of hope. Let's hear Miriam's story.
My name is Meriam Uushona, the owner of Meriam Foundation. I started this soup on the 13th of the 9th month this year, and the aim is just to help the kids who doesn't have anything to eat. Sometimes that is the aim I used to do. I was having it already, but it was in the north. Now I decided to begin it again in Walvis Bay. I started with 25 kids on the 13th, then on the 14th, I get more than 60 kids. I feed 60 kids without, it's only 2 avenues. These kids is only 2 avenues, 11 avenue and 12 avenue. So the others are still there, but is the beginning, it's still small. So the more we go, the more we get some help, then we can go forward. My aim is just to help the kids, because we know the kids, if it's tummy is full, then the kids is happy. A full tummy, a happy kid. Sometimes the kids doesn't have parents to give them food morning time, afternoon, and lunch. That's why I want to try to help that kids to get food. The more I receive the foundation's food, I can afford to cook every single day. In my childhood, I also eat soup like this. I was also young. I was also poor. I was also just in the streets. Then one day I walked through our church house. I found there is a soup kitchen. I enter and I eat. Then that auntie there, after a week, say, "No, Miriam, I want you to come and work with me here." Is how I work in the soup kitchen for the first time in my childhood. That's why I'm also interested in it. It makes a difference in a child's life.
Miriam explains that with the little she makes from her kapana business is what she uses to put a smile on these little kids' faces. Let's hear from her.
I start this foundation out of my own pocket. I do get some money out of my kapana. I also have some rents at the back, small, is how I get that incomes of mine. I decide to take a small amount to start the foundation.
While the need is great, resources are limited, which means Miriam can only open her soup kitchen on weekends.
I'm cooking 2 days, only Saturday and Sunday, so that everyone who's going to school also come and eat. Because I cannot make in the week sometimes, the others are not there. That's why I decide to cook for them Saturday and Sunday.
As word spreads, more and more children find their way to Miriam's doorsteps. She shares how each weekend brings new faces.
So that's why I'm telling you, every single day I have new faces, and every single day they will knock my door and say, "Auntie Miriam, I want the bread, or do give me a sweet," because I used to give them sweets. When you greet me, I give you a sweet, and they know me that is Auntie Miriam. I want to give these kids this food so that they can grow up and go to school, and one day they will be a good Samaritan like me, and they will remember me one day to do the same to the other people, kids.
My name is Miley, and I'm happy for the soup that Auntie Miriam made for us. When I go home, I just think about Auntie Miriam's soup and tell my mother it's nice because it's delicious. Mijn naam is Jordan. Ik heb nog net mijn sop klaar geëet. Ik is blij en ik is vol. Ik voel dankbaar voor Auntie Meriam dat ze die sop kon bezig gemaakt heeft. My name is Ria. And I always come at Auntie Meriam's soup kitchen because the soup is very delicious and I like the soup so much because she makes it with love and happiness. Thank you, Auntie Meriam, for the nice soup.
This is my team who is able to help me where I cannot.
Mijn naam is Lena Patricia Watboy. Ik help zo van die moeder. Ze helpt ook altijd voor mij. Ze helpt voor enige mensen rondom haar. Als iemand iets komt vragen, geef ze net. Ze zeggen niet. Dus hoe kom ik voor haar help?
Mijn naam is Jacqueline Lawrence. Ik is de buurvrouw van Meriam. Ons is elke dag hier, samen elke lieve dag. En dit is een baie goede ding wat Meriam gedaan heeft. Om die kindertjes uit die straat uit te krijgen. Hulle kom staan hier voor die deur bij Auntie Meriam. Dan zeggen Auntie Meriam ook voor een stukje brood of iets, dan haalt ze haar potten uit. Al die oorskietkossies wat ze gebeuren, dan geeft ze voor allemaal. Dus hoe kom ons dankie zeggen dat Meriam rechtbaar zoiets gedaan heeft in die Sibond. Auntie Meriam met hierdie besigheid eers alleen begin, maar ons moes nou elke dag hier, zoals ik zei. Toen beginnen zet ons maar onze handen bij. Als hij misschien ietsje kort ons gee, als daar is. Zo in die Sibond, in de gemeenschap van Sibond, is die mensen baie dankbaar voor dit. Kindertjes is elke dag voor Meriam zei, al zet ze maar hier bij de, dan komt staan hulle of dan komt spelen hulle hier zo, en dan gaan hulle. Daarom zei ons het hulp nodig en baie dankie voor die handen wat voor ons ook gehelp het met die bietjie dat ons kan vandaag ook hierdie sop gemaakt het.
I want to say thank you. I say thank you first for my creator, and I say thank you for my helpers. I say thank you for the kids. That is the most important thing. I must say thank you to the kids because if they were not there, there was nothing happening here. I say very thank you, my kids. Very, very thank you.
Ik wil net voor de community laat hulle vir ons help met kos. Nie vir ons geld gee nie, net vir ons kos koop.
I'm asking out of my heart, with God's help, everyone want to donate us anything but not money, bread, soup, cabbage, everything but not money, buy for me and bring for me to cook. From the cups, the plates, the spoons, you can donate me. Buy for me and bring for me. Please. Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
that brings us to the end of today's episode of Erongo Talk, but you are always welcome to check out our socials for some behind the scenes content. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, as well as on X. You can also find us, that is on oneup2.com. We've got a new look and feel, so head on over to oneup2.com to see what is happening there. Find us, that is also on NTV, that is DSTV channel 285 or GoTV channel 25, every Wednesday and every Friday. So we'll see you again on Friday. Please keep safe. Enjoy the rest of your week. Bye-bye.